Hello, welcome to GOT. Today we're going to talk about my daily carry and why. And we're also going into some inside secrets of the YouTube channel and what I do on my daily basis when recording. If you stick around the end, you may find out some secrets or tips on how to create your own YouTube channel. Let's get going. Okay, first thing is a quick introduction. I'm Mark. This is GOT, and I do a lot of tech news and reviews on technology of today. If you haven't watched any of my videos, I got a couple years of content. You might want to check some of those out. Now, for those of you who watch the channel, you know what my daily carrier is right now. It's the ArmorMagic V5, and I use this on my daily use for personal and business use. And then I could be carrying a Z Fold 7 at any given time, Vivo X Fold 5, and a lot of times I'll also carry a bar phone. And right now I'm looking closely at the Apple 17 Pro, or properly titled iPhone 17 Pro. Now I'll go into the whys here in just a few minutes. But as you know here, I create a studio here, and this is not a real studio. In my studio, I have a green screen behind me, as you can see right here. And this is what's raw, and this is what I take. And then I cut this down to whatever I need it to be. I do a lot of editing because I do stumble on my words a lot, and I do a lot of thinking here. And sometimes I'll just mouth things out before I actually got it finished in my thought. So I do a lot of editing, and you may see that in the videos. But by the time I'm done, the finished product looks like this. So this is what I like to show you. And the reason why is because my studio is pretty ugly and small. I'm using a small bedroom in my home, and I'll give you a quick view here. All right, this is where GOT gets made. All the videos get edited right here on this desk. You see I've got Premiere Pro that I use. Right now I'm working on a project trying to figure out how to get my phones into a 3D image so I can maneuver them around in a video. It's kind of interesting, the process I'm going through to do it. And then, of course, store all my files right there on a Synology. And that thing is a 15 terabytes, and it's nearly full. I've got to get some larger disks to put in there, but it served me very well. And then I have a secondary spot where I could do some mobile editing, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. But as I pan around the room, you're going to get to see what I work with daily. It's a mess right now. It's typically a mess because I'm always changing. There's my primary phone for recording. That actually happens to be a S22 Ultra. So I do use phones to do all my recording. This is my secondary mobile station right here. I take and use that in any room that I want to, or even when I travel, I'll fold up that screen and take it with me and use my Mac Mini. I upgraded my Mac Mini to a 2 terabyte, did it myself, and there's a video if you want to check that out. It's pretty good. It came with 256 gigabytes. Now it's a 2 terabyte, so that's a really nice deal. And I always have links to all these items that I use on my website. So if you want to check that out, there is GOT.com. You can actually go there and go to the products gallery right here. I got to click on it, I guess. And you can see all the different products that I use right there on that site. And of course, there's affiliate links to them if you wish to support the channel. So that's my studio right now. And that's what it looks like when I'm not filming. Now you can see there I have a few editing options. My desktop is actually a Mac Studio M4. It's one of the newest models that just came out, and I'm really loving it. It's got 32 gigs of RAM in it and a 512 gigabyte hard drive, which is not enough. I'm upgrading that shortly to an 8 terabyte, and you'll see that video come up here shortly on how to do that, because I have the Mac Mini as well, which is what I started with last year, and it came with a 256 gigabytes hard drive, and I upgraded that one to a 2 terabyte. So that's great, but I've already outgrown that one. And that's why I have the studio now, which is really good because I've got to save time because I'm making more videos now. So I have to do the fastest I can. So I found that the best thing to use is actually a Mac. And I started out with a PC. It was a nice HP, I believe, and with a i7 and 32 gigs of RAM. You know what? I've got another video on that if you want to check that out if you want to know more about that PC and why I made the change. Since I've been editing on a Mac and using Premiere Pro, it's gone a lot smoother, a lot faster with less glitches. It's not glitch free, but it's a lot less glitches. And why do I use Premiere Pro? instead of some of the free stuff like DaVinci or anything on your phones, simply because you've got a lot more options, a lot more features, because I'm interested into doing a lot of 3D stuff as well. So eventually I'm going to get into that, as you saw a little bit in that video. I'm trying to get all my phones into 3D. That way I can position them or do whatever I want with them in a video. And for me, it's not about the ooh and ah. It's more about giving you more details so you can see everything close up. Because on this channel, I like to leave it just me talking to you, telling you about my experiences and what I've seen. Some you may agree with, some you may not, but the bottom line is it's the truth from my perspective. Now, as you see in my studio, I don't use any of those fancy cameras. I just use the phones that I have. The reason why is, number one, those studio cameras are very expensive. Number two, I like to be more real with you. You know, if I'm talking about phones, you need to see what they do as far as taking videos, especially in a studio setup. You know, I prefer to use them because they're cheaper. You can do up to 4 or even 8K on these things, which is great. I film all mine in 4K, except when I do my top view, I use 8K. And when I do that, I'll use either the S25 Ultra or my new pick right now, if it's not in the video, is the Vivo X Fold 5, because it does the best in 8K video. And I'll show you in real time why do I use this one. Well, simply because I got this other device right here. It's called a Syncom, or Synco, I'm sorry. And the Synco will actually sync up with this phone, and I can put this little monitor right here on my desk and see what's going on. Simply on this phone, I just go into, there's a screen here, it's called mirroring, screen mirror, and it'll pick up the Synco right away. I click it and it's connecting to it, and then I can see what I see from this phone up above right there in this little monitor. I'm going to go ahead and start my recording now, and I'm going to do it in 8K. And the reason why I do it in 8K is because I can really zoom in a lot. See, so that's picking that thing up right now. So if I take this and just put it up here, I can do a lot of zooming in on my table here. Like right now, you can see it's just up high there. But if I want to, see this phone, this iPhone, this button I've talked about on my videos, silly button just gets in the way and does so many things you don't want it to do. Anyway, as you see here from the top view, I can see these things right there on my table, and I can shuffle them and put them center camera. See, I'm not looking at that phone. I'm looking at that little mirrored image right there. So I can center them and do what I want. And I can zoom in real close to these. I can see if they're too bright for the camera, so I can dim them down so they can be seen better. See, this was even too bright for the camera. I can dim them down so the camera can see them better. So that's why I use it 8K, because I can get really close, as you can see, with the 8K. Whereas a 4K, it starts to blur the closer I get. So that's why I use phones. They're so much more versatile. And a lot of my videos, I do a second camera up above, simply in case I want to show something from up above. And a second reason is it gives me a second audio source for recording. So in case my main audio source fails or I have an issue, I can use that one and back it up. But all my audio, this is the original audio right here that you're hearing from the video, but I put it all through a Premiere Pro process that really takes everything out. It just gives you my nice vocal, makes it nice and clean. You don't hear any exterior sounds. You don't get the echoes. And I really like doing that. And it's really simple. I just upload the audio to a site by Adobe, because I'm a member, and it converts it. It comes out really nice, the same every time. As you can hear now, the nice clean video. I do have a deeper voice than normal because I have a cold I'm getting over, but it comes out really nice, trust me. Now that I got the overhead up above going, let's go ahead and talk about why this is my daily carry, my favorite. You get smudges all over these things all the time. And it's simply because I like the width of this thing compared to the width of the Z Fold 7. And I like the functionality of it. It's actually, when I go to do mobile editing on this thing, it's a whole lot faster, because I do use some apps to do some editing on the fly if I'm out about or on a break at work. I use some editing on my video. This is a much faster than the Z Fold, believe it or not. They both have the same Snapdragon 8 Elite chip, but I don't know. You can actually put this on a higher performance mode too, so it works even faster. Now, Samsung does have a lot of nice features on the phone, but I'm not one that goes into all that, simply because I don't have to download third-party apps or a third party of their app to get all these extra features when they're all right on the Magic. I got another video that tells you all about that. If you want to see the Magic against the Z Fold 7, check out this video here. And then I do like carrying a secondary phone or a third-dairy phone. Is it third-dairy? What do you call it? Phone with me in case I want to do some more comparisons. Like right now, I am working on the iPhone, and we're going to get some stuff out here soon on this one. And I'm working on doing my end-of-year top photo camera. And, you know, I don't really know which one that's going to be right now, but it's really close between 3 different phones. And, you know, and it varies. It's going to swap from phone to phone, which takes the best. So that brings me to, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel, because I do have a lot more content coming out that you may want to see, and you don't want to miss it. And right now is the time of the year where you get a lot of tips and tricks on these phones, because there's not any phones coming out right now until January, where the next one's is going to be the Samsungs. So this is a great time to put in your requests for what you want to see on any of these phones. And as you can see, I got the top models of each brand. I've got the Samsung S25 Ultra, iPhone 17. Of course, I have the Z Fold 7, and of course, and then the Honor Magic V5. The Vivo X Fold 5 is recording, and I have the Pixel 9 Pro as well. So there's lots of phones to choose from. If you want to see something or some comparison on any of these phones, let me know down in the comments. Now, again, if you want to check out any of those videos, don't forget to subscribe. If you want to see a sneak peek of what Samsung's coming out with their X26 series, check out this video here. Until next time, have a wonderful day, and God bless.